before you have these ventures established, you need to identify first. So this work started actually already 5 years ago, right?
This started a long time ago, right?
So 5 years ago, you realized that the total market would change into this new type of focus on big data. Struck me the most is the transformation of Motorola Solutions, coming from a manufacturer in radios and systems far way back to a complete solutions provider for the public safety industry worldwide. The great thing about what I've discovered this show at PMRExpo is that the company, and this is by the way Ricardo Gonzalez, head of strategy department within Motorola Solutions, that the company has managed to transform very rapidly in the first place, getting new products on the market at the request of their customers, but also a complete change with the view on how they see the future control room manager, how he operates the system and is connected to the police officers on the street. That is interesting.
Yeah.
It's always kind of difficult to understand where you need to go to, right? So you have trendsetters and trend followers. Does this mean that Motorola Solution is, in this case, in that specific topic, the trendsetter?
So this is what we like to think, that we are the trendsetter in this case. But probably I think there are also many customers who are the trendsetters, right? We see that there are customers who are very advanced on their thinking, and also when we discuss with those customers, they give us a view about where they want to go. So we also collect a lot of these inputs to understand also what direction should Motorola take. But at the end, it's also, as a manufacturer, we realize there is a lot of data that today is available for many of our customers, and our role is not just to provide the voice communication, it's to help them to make the best use of that data that is around them. And this data is going to be more and more, so it's not just about the amount, it's also about what you do with it. And part of our vision is not what you do with it only in the control room, it's how you take it back to the person at the front, right? And this is what we call the connected police officer. So the person who is there, and you see in part of our demos here, has the information that they need, but no more than what they need. Because the last thing that you want is somebody who has to take a device and start saying, okay, let me see if I find this person who is in front of me, who he is. That information should come immediately. If there is something in the environment that he should be aware or she should be aware, this should also come immediately. If there are other people who can support this person around, this also should come immediately to the person. So this comes, of course, when we talk about next generation of products, but it also comes on our current generation of products. So we talked yesterday, and you saw, for example, our pager. We are launching a product that not only allow, for example, we talk about the voluntary firefighters to respond and say I'm available. It allows also the person who is initiated to say where they are and to say how quickly can I organize my group, how long it's going to take me to be available and to make my group available and to respond to whatever is the emergency.
Before you get these solutions ready and on the table and the mock-up versions and so on, it takes a lot of thinking, right? So it starts somewhere. It starts with the end user and having conversations with the end user, I guess?
So yes, as I mentioned, we do find there are a number of end users who are really very advanced in their thinking, who really have plans for the future, sometimes very long-term plans, who thought also about what are the possibilities or what technologies can do. Now probably our advantage is that we can talk to different users and then bring to some of them what we saw in other places, right? So there may be some people who are more advanced in their thinking about mobile office, some who may be more advanced in their thinking about body-worn video, some may be more advanced in their thinking about analytics, and then what we can do is also bring this all together. We have also, of course, an area with our CTO who is looking very much into both internally what we can develop, but also into what we call ventures. It's small startups out there who have very innovative technology.
Yes, and there were how many ventures over the last 3 years?
Oh, there is a lot. There's a lot of ventures and a lot of acquisitions that we did.
But before you do that, that means that before you have these ventures established, you need to identify first. So this work started actually already 5 years ago, right?
This started a long time ago, right?
So 5 years ago, you realized that the total market would change into this new type of focus on big data. That's what it is.
Yeah, and we see our role now to bring that innovation to reality, because innovation, I mean, there is a lot around us, right? But there is a point where you need to say, this is what is feasible, this is how you make it real. There may be a lot of technologies in the startups, but you need to take it and then transform it into something that works, because our customers don't want to try something that doesn't work.
What you see today started probably about 5 to 7 years ago. That's forward thinking. So Tunde Williams, that's the guy there. He's talking with the press about the latest solutions that Motorola has to offer. Now, we're part of the press rounds, but you know, we know a lot of stuff already, actually, because we had our private...
Integrate them into this real-time console, which is called Command Central Aware.
You can see yourself, so it's recording right now. Look, there you are. That message is sent to the Lexel 10. The SI500, which is a body-worn camera, it automatically takes a photo of you all, and then starts recording automatically as well.
TAIT Communications is one of these companies very well respected all over the world. They're not just delivering solutions here in Europe, very strong in other parts of the world as well. John Gorrell is head of strategic department within TAIT Communications. Now, this is the guy we need to ask more about the development of critical communications. John, we see so many companies going into this field of data and analyzing data and that kind of stuff. LTE, Tetra, LTDMR, there's lots of things going on. Everybody's positioning just like the Formula One. I haven't seen that much development within TAIT. Now, there must be a reason for that. Can you explain a little bit more?
So our perception of LTE is essentially that it's moving a little bit slower in the industry than a lot of people had actually anticipated. We're seeing some of the slower rollouts happening on some of the larger networks like FirstNet, the ESN in the UK. Our approach to the LTE question has been to actually look at an interim bridge type approach with some of the things that we put together in looking at, for example, unified vehicle and unified voice, which actually seek to put together a platform that can connect LMR and LTE. So our view is that we think LTE is going to come. Our role with our customers to actually help them to go down that path and to be able to bridge their existing technologies with what's coming next. We have our unified voice solution, for example, which is can be a multi-bearer solution operating over push-to-talk.
And with these customers, like, you know, I know from other companies that they really work with customers, police forces, local police forces, where the company's based. Correct. Are you working with the local police force in order to test new systems and to do some trials?
So we do. We have a very close relationship with New Zealand police. We are working with them on a number of things, and we have in the past, and we continue to do that. That's definitely
that's extremely
very close
important,
strategic relationship for us. Absolutely. Yeah.